hit the goals that you set out to do. And guess what? It's probably not your fault because you just don't have a clear roadmap of how to get to the next level of where you're looking to get to. But it is going to be your problem to fix in 2026. So in my personal opinion, I've been in entrepreneurship now for the last 5 years. It's not fucking easy. It is difficult. But what's more difficult from what I'm seeing is a lot of people right now that have a comfortable job, they probably get to go on holiday once, maybe twice a year. So they're at this level in life where they're comfortable and they're too scared to make the jump to that next level because they're worried about what their peers will say if they fail. And unfortunately, that's happening for a lot of people because they've created this blanket. What do I mean by that? You could obviously be in corporate, you could obviously be in recruitment, you could be just in a higher income job than someone who's making a couple of grand a month. And you're like, do you know what? I don't really need to push to this next level. But you have this kind of little devil on your shoulder saying, John, Luke, James, you know you can do more. You know that you're not fulfilling your true potential. And that's why you're thinking to yourself, am I going to have another year like 2026, like 2025 in 2026? And the question all comes down to you is, can you actually get out of your own way, do the things that you said you was going to do, and not care whether you actually get good at it straight away or believe in the compound effect? The seeds that you plant today in 2025, the 1st of January, which I don't believe, if you're actually serious about your goals in 2026, you'd have been doing them starting from November. Okay? Because the people that just fall into January the 1st are the ones with the hungover. They've got no direction. They've got no goals that they've written down, no financial goals, no family goals, no personal goals. So if you know that you don't want to be that person, right? And you know that you're playing at a smaller level than your true potential, then you need to write down what you want to achieve in 2026. You need to write down why the fuck you want it. Because most people will say, I want to make 6 figures. Yeah, you might be making, I don't know, 40, 50K right now, and you want to make 6 figures, right? But the question is, the person you are now, with all of the knowledge that you have, yeah, with all the belief systems that you've created, can that person shed the skin of this employee, of this kind of like safe corporate person, and go into a different industry, whether it's high ticket sales, whether it's some remote job that you want, right? It doesn't really matter, yeah? What's important is that you can understand who you are and why you do the things that you do. And I want to share a quick story, right? I just went to Cyprus, yeah? This is where my granddad was from, right? If you go and look at the island map, right on the tip, yeah? They got invaded. My granddad obviously had to flee Cyprus. He came to the UK, didn't speak a word of fucking English, right? And now I understand how stressful that must have been for a young man to be able to leave that island, go to England and start a new life. And he then obviously had 4 sons. He had to learn obviously to be a father because his father died in the war, right? So now I understand that the way that my dad was, because my granddad could only do what he could do for my father, and obviously now my dad is not here, but he's obviously done the best of what he can do for me. And now I need to do even better for my future children so that they can have an even better quality of life. So sometimes it's not your fault the way that you are, because your parents have always said you need to have a mortgage, you need to have a safe job, right? You need to make sure that you're politically correct. Don't obviously try and speak about this or speak about that. And then you're just putting yourself in this cage, and the cage is clear. And you literally have the key in your back pocket to undo and get out of that clear cage and actually step into your authentic true self so that you can get to your deathbed, hopefully at 120 the way biohacking is coming in now, and said, you know what, I fucking gave it my all and I went after my dreams. I didn't settle for this job, which if I died next week, they would literally replace me. And again, an even bigger thing right now is there's literally millions of AI agents coming into the marketplace. Yeah. And estimated by the end of 2026, there's still going to be hundreds of millions of jobs that are going to get taken over by AI. And that is exactly why I'm creating this video. Because if you are one of these people that is falling into 2026 with no direction, with no goals, then you're absolutely asleep at the wheel. And you're someone that is most likely going to have your job taken, whether it's not in 2026, it could be 2028, it could be 2030, who knows? But you need to be playing the game of chess right now. The world is a very noisy place, yeah? We're seeing mass destruction, we're seeing wars, we're seeing a lot of noise, we're seeing a lot of people's mental well-being go to new highs. And that's because people cannot focus because they're distracted by pleasure. Yeah, scrolling. I guarantee you spend 2 hours a day scrolling. So imagine if you put 2 hours a day into learning a new skill in 2026. Think where you'd be, not by the end of 2026. Think where you'd be by the end of March. If you just put in even 1 hour a day, 1 hour a day, you stop scrolling for 2 hours and you only scroll for 1 hour and you put 1 hour into your education. Think where you would be by the end of March. But you don't think like this because you've been told that what you're doing is good, it's okay. So you don't maybe have the environment of people around you that are pushing you up to go to that next level because there's no one else out there actually trying, because you all have the same belief system that I have this comfortable job. Do I really want to take the risk at, 30 years of age, 28, you could be obviously in your 40s. Do I really want to take the risk of, changing career, going after something different? Maybe it's obviously your health and fitness goals, which is the absolute foundation to everything that you want to do. Whatever line of work you're in right now, your health is going to determine how good of a 2026 you have. It's something that I've had to personally work on because it hasn't been great. But I've just had the light bulb moment of do you know what? You can't carry on what you were doing all throughout 2025 and 2026. So if you're at a point, and you know that you're maybe AI could come in and take my job. Maybe I am good enough, but I don't have the right direction. Yeah? I don't know what to transition into. I completely get it. But if you're confident, you can communicate with people, right? You genuinely care about helping people and you actually want to provide service to the world, right? Online education is growing exponentially. The school system is slowly declining, and more people are not trusting the governments, as you're probably aware. So that means they don't trust the government school system because kids are getting taught stuff now at an early age what they shouldn't be. Not going to go down that direction, but you know what I mean, right? So more and more people are going to people that are in a position of where they want to be. So that means there's more people learning online education, which means that these people that are out there that are doing millions of dollars a month, right, are looking for people that are confident, that can communicate. And basically, all you're doing is you're taking your skills of what you've already got, and you're tweaking them and you're learning something, and then being able to amplify your income by earning a lot more, by doing a lot less. Because you could be doing 8 hours at work, but traveling an hour each day to work. That's literally 10 hours a week traveling that you don't get paid for. So if you're fed up of playing small and you want to go into 2026 with an absolute bang, right? I have something that is called high ticket remote sales, where you will have a meaningful conversation on Zoom. I will teach you how to build a true connection. I will train you. I will give you all of the skills necessary that you need. I will even give you the jobs to be able to apply for. All I need you to do is invest the time, invest in yourself, because when you pay for something, you pay close attention. And I can absolutely guarantee you that the only thing in life that is stopping you is you. So, if this is the time for you to change, go into the description, book a call with myself and my team, yeah? And if you're ready to stop playing small, I will literally help you make more money, have more freedom, have a better quality of life, so that you can do the things that you love and go where you're treated best.